Tesla has now confirmed its entry into the Indian market, while others such as Toyota and Ford are scaling back their operations in India. Is Tesla too good for India? What are Tesla's plans and what are the chances of building Giga India? And where might it be located? These are the avenues we'll be exploring next, but first let's get plugged in. Hello and welcome to EV Source. My name is Harry and I'm your host for today's dose of EVs and technology. Boy, it feels good to be back after over a month-long break from the channel. A lot has happened since then and there's a lot to cover regarding EVs. 2021 is looking to be yet another big year for electric vehicles, and we will cover how and why I think this is the case as we continue with the weekly content. And before we move to today's topic, I want to give a warm welcome to a new Patreon producer, D-Folk. Thanks for joining the support team. You are amazing. Everyone helping to support this channel is enabling us to continue to deliver content and information to everyone. If you want to support the cause, then please consider becoming a patron and receive some exclusive perks which you will find on our Patreon page. But now, without further ado, let's jump right into today's topic. Tesla has finally confirmed its entry into the Indian car market. India is home to the world's second largest population and fifth biggest car market, so this step by Tesla was expected. Tesla has registered a company called Tesla India Motors and Energy Private Limited, which is a subsidiary of Tesla Incorporated, for its operations in India. The company was registered on the 8th of January 2021 in Bangalore, Karnataka, which is one of the biggest tech hubs in India. The company's registration came less than 2 weeks after Nitin Gadkari, India's transport minister, told the Indian Express that Tesla would launch operations in India in early 2021. The company would start with sales, then potentially moving on to assembly and manufacturing, he said. At this point in time, it's unclear what operations Tesla will ultimately pursue in India and where a possible factory would be located, but we can make an educated guess based on the materials needed for a manufacturing and assembly line. And one of the main materials, of course, is lithium. India's first lithium refinery to process imported lithium ore to produce battery-grade material will be set up in Gujarat by Manikaram Power Limited. The company has an agreement with Australia-based Neo Metals for access to Mount Marion lithium mine in Western Australia. Others are also jumping in on the wagon to refine lithium for batteries. These include Toshiba Corporation, Denso Corporation, and Suzuki Motor Corporation JV. They're likely to be operational in the first quarter of this year. Tata and Adani are also likely to set up lithium battery plant in the state. So it is possible a Tesla factory would be located in this state, and if not, at least we know where all the lithium will be coming from. Tesla will fund its ventures in India through its Amsterdam arm as the electric car maker looks to bypass the tax hurdles in India by taking the tax-friendly jurisdiction of the Netherlands. Tesla has taken the Netherlands to route its India investment for benefits related to capital gains and dividend payments. According to an Economic Times report, the company's incorporation documents reveal its India unit, Tesla India Motors and Energy Private Limited, has a parent company based in Amsterdam called Tesla Motors Amsterdam. This suggests that the Silicon Valley-based electric car makers division in the Netherlands will be the entity routing the company's investments in India. The India-Dutch treaty has been seen as a good treaty for capital gains exemption for lower withholding tax on dividend and lower withholding tax on interest. No doubt there's a long road ahead for Tesla in India with infrastructure and supply chain. Although India's road infrastructure has improved in recent years, traffic discipline like lane driving is still rudimentary. Auto analysts say that means many of Tesla's features like the automatic lane changing function will be tough to deploy on crowded Indian streets. The charging network is also still in a very early stage when compared to the US. There are currently only 4 Tesla chargers in Bangalore. However, Tata's EV charging network covers an area of 9 states including Delhi, Hyderabad and Mumbai, with about 100 charging points. While the Indian government has welcomed the shift from gasoline to electric, it has received a slight pushback from the leading automakers. One reason for the pushback is that auto manufacturers are saying there is no demand for EVs in India, as the costs of components like batteries remain high and push up the prices. This is where I think it's necessary to look at the average price of a car bought in India. India sold about 2.4 million vehicles in 2020, with only about 5,000 units of electric vehicles. An average citizen buys a car for several hundred thousand rupees, which is approximately $10,000. An average electric vehicle is more than double the price, so I can see why EVs aren't receiving that much attention. About 75% of all Indian auto sales occur in the $10,000 range, about half the average price in China, and just 25% of the average in the US. And that means even Tesla's most affordable car will likely appeal to only about 1% of the market. And this then begs the question, how would Tesla be profitable in India when the average price of a passenger car is only $10,000, while the cheapest Tesla Model 3 costs $37,909 in the US? How would Tesla compete in such an environment? Well, let's take a look and see what their game plan might be. If you import a Tesla Model 3 to India, due to import taxes, you'd end up paying around 120% import tax, which jacks up the price to over $83,000. And that's without any shipping costs. Only very few in the upper echelon in India would be able to afford such a vehicle. People like movie stars and top executives in the corporate world. So does it then even make sense to build a factory in India? Well, absolutely. Due to the cheaper labor and material cost, a factory in India could turn out to be a major factor in the coming years. A Tesla manufacturing and assembly plant in India is inevitable, it's just a matter of time. And this is where I think a compact Tesla car comes into the picture. Remember on the battery day when Elon confirmed a compact car? Well, there's a good chance that it will not only be produced in China but in India as well. While we don't have any confirmation on the price, it's likely that it will cost below $25,000. But when manufactured in India, that price could be much lower. And with the cost of production and cost of batteries projected to decline as we move forward into the future, by the time a factory is up and running in India, the costs associated with manufacturing and assembly could be much lower than they are today. Now, couple that with low labor costs and you're looking at Tesla vehicles that could compete with existing Indian automakers. Though knowing Tesla and its standards, Tesla could still be more expensive than the local car companies. But all of this still remains to be seen. Only time will tell what Tesla is planning for India. Another thing to keep in mind is autonomous driving. You might think the car wouldn't be able to get too far due to the chaotic traffic system. While this may be true today, it's not an impossible task to overcome. But the sentiment against self-driving vehicles is still quite strong within the Indian legislature. The Ministry of Transport and Highways has banned autonomous cars entirely, but it's not for the reasons you might think. While safety definitely is a concern, the main reasons revolve around the commercial environment, which would put the jobs of around 10 million people in jeopardy. It's already expected that 23% of global job losses due to automation will occur in India. And this is why the Indian government is not too keen on bringing automation as of yet. But Tesla owners are allowed to use self-driving privately. But this also means that Tesla's Robotaxi network won't be expanding to India anytime soon. But Tesla isn't attracted to India just for its market. India is known to house very talented tech workers. This is something Tesla is always looking for when it comes to hiring new talent. It's likely that Tesla would hire the best tech workers to work on its self-driving technology. If Tesla can make self-driving work in India, it can work anywhere. In fact, I believe this could be the short-term goal for Tesla's presence in India, with a possible manufacturing plant sometime in the near future. But what do you think? Does Tesla have an opportunity in India that could boost Tesla's sales? Or is it purely for India's tech talent? As always, leave your thoughts down below. Once again, we are at the end of the video, and if you're still here, you are amazing. If you own a Tesla, get 10% off on your accessories when shopping at Abstract Ocean with the code EVSource. Also, don't forget to check out our merch store for shirts, hoodies, and more. And if you would like to show more support for the channel, consider becoming a patron and get access to exclusive content such as Q&As and behind the scenes. But in the end, the best form of support is having you watch and enjoy these videos. And of course, a shout out to our patrons you see on the screen, and a special shout out to our power producer Inku Kang. Thanks for watching. My name is Harry and this is EV Source. Keep charging ahead and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe and take care.